Seattle. Seattle is located in Washington, United States. It is a port city and the seat of King County. It was previously inhabited by Native Americans over 4,000 years ago. Later, European settlers came to inhabit the region. The city was a major logging industrial region and during the 19th century became a commercial and shipbuilding center. The city is most popularly known today for its musical history. There were nearly 24 jazz nightclubs along Jackson Street from 1918 to 1951. The city is also the birthplace of Jimi Hendrix and the grunge music. Best time to visit Seattle? The best time to visit Seattle is between September and November. How to get to Seattle? Air. The city is served by the Seattle-Tacoma International Airport. Train. Amtrak provides services from all along the West Coast from King Street Station. Bus. The closest thing to a central bus station is the Greyhound Terminal at 503 S. Royal Brougham Way, south of downtown, which is served by Greyhound, Olympic Bus Lines, Northwestern Trailways, Link Light Rail, and a series of ST and King County Metro buses. Boat. There are regular ferry services in Seattle. Washington State Ferries, King County Water Taxi, Clipper Vacations or Victoria Clipper. The terminals: Bell Street Pier Cruise Terminal at Pier 66, Smith Cove Cruise Terminal at Pier 91.
Want to go on a trip? Friends are busy? Need a travel companion? Don't worry, now you can connect with travelers traveling to the same destination on Exceeders.com. All you need to do is join your city club and publish your trip plan with travel dates and place you are planning to visit. That's it. Verified tourists, travelers, and backpackers looking for travel partners to the same destination will contact you.
Seattle transportation. You can travel within the city by metro, transit, bus, car, and bicycle. Accommodation in Seattle. You can find budget accommodation in Seattle at about $25 to $40. Mid-range hotels will cost you anywhere between $60 to $100. Luxury hotels will charge you upwards of $150. Must-try signature dishes of Seattle. The city is known for its appetizing and tasty dishes, which range from full-fledged meals to ready-to-eat snacks. Just to name a few of these: pulled pork, deep dish pizza, sweet potato pie, caramel cake, fried chicken, bacon, steak, and many, many more. Best places to eat in Seattle: Bakery Novio, Armandino's Salumi, Eleanor's, Canlin's Restaurant, Le Panier, Espresso Vives Roasteria, Paseo Caribbean, Crumpet Shop, Lola, Metropolitan Grill, Tillicum Place Cafe, The Pink Door, and Beecher's Handmade Cheese. Interesting facts about Seattle. The land that is now the city of Seattle has been inhabited for at least 4,000 years. Seattle is the birthplace of Starbucks, the world's largest coffee chain. Seattle is home to the world's first gas station, opened on East Marginal Way in 1907. Seattle was the first city in the US to play a Beatles song on the radio. Seattle is ranked the most literate city in the country, with the highest percentage of residents with a college degree or higher. Top tourist sites in Seattle: Pike Place Market. It is one of the oldest continuously operating farmers market in the United States. The various items that are sold here include fish, arts and crafts, vintage clothing, antiques, and other collectibles. You will also find numerous international restaurants, cafes, and food bars. Pioneer Square. The square hosts numerous Victorian Romanesque architecture, museums, and art galleries, restaurants, and a vibrant nightlife. In 1889, the town suffered a fire which destroyed much of its wooden structures. During the gold rush, about 70,000 people passed through this town. The Seattle Center. The Seattle Center is a 74-acre urban park, and it houses a few of the city's most prominent landmarks: Space Needle, Pacific Science Center, Experience Music Project, Science Fiction Museum, and Hall of Fame. Besides this are a host of other interesting sites too. The Seattle Waterfront. The city's central waterfront offers beautiful views. The natural deepwater harbor, Elliott Bay, is filled with ferry boats, luxury cruise liners, sightseeing tour boats, and various pleasure craft. There are also numerous souvenir and gift shops. International District. It is the only neighborhood in the US which houses Chinese, Japanese, Filipino, Vietnamese, and Southeast Asians all coexist and live together. During the 1860s, when the first Chinese immigrants landed in Seattle, they found work in the town's sawmills. You can take a tour of the neighborhood and enjoy its diverse mix of culture. The Children's Museum, Seattle. The museum offers an interactive learning environment for kids and families. It houses exhibitions such as Global Village, Mountain Forest, Imagination Studio, Discovery Bay for toddlers, The Neighborhood, Cog City, Storytelling Circle, and also a traveling exhibit gallery. Henry Art Gallery. The gallery is the art museum of the University of Washington and is one of Pacific Northwest's premier modern and contemporary art museums. The museum showcases exhibitions which invite dialogue on contemporary politics, culture, traditions of visual art and design, and aesthetics covering the last 2 centuries. Hiram M. Chittenden Locks. It is also known as Ballard Locks and lies between the western end of Lake Washington Ship Canal in Seattle. It was built to raise and lower ships to allow them to pass between fresh water. It is operated by the Army Corps of Engineers and has become one of the popular sites in the city. Klondike Gold Rush National Historic Park. The museum commemorates the role of Seattle as the gateway during the gold rush in the 1890s. They provided provisions and transportation to about 70,000 prospectors during that period. Museum of Flight. The museum houses over 150 historic aircrafts and also interactive exhibits and activities which can be enjoyed by the whole family. Amongst the aircrafts on display is a retired British Airways Concorde jetliner, one of the 3 in the world on display. In the Air Force One and Personal Courage Wing are 28 rare and restored World War I and II fighter aircrafts.